two distinct forms of perceptual skills have been linked to good performance in the science of karate. One is rudimentary, fundamental sensory abilities that are common to all forms of karate expertise. Measurements of static and dynamic visual acuity, field of vision, stereopsis, and other optometric parameters have been used to evaluate fundamental sensory abilities, including response time. Karate takes a high level of perceptual skill in addition to effective motor behavior execution to be performed successfully. The strict geographical and temporal restrictions that the rules and opponents place on the player defines competitive, high-level karate. Because of these limitations, the player's capacity to swiftly and precisely comprehend pertinent information will aid in decision-making and provide them more time to plan and organize their motor action. For instance, a straightforward job measuring reaction time in response to a flash of light. Most optometric measurement findings are ambiguous and don't clearly distinguish between athletes and beginners. Although the differences were often slight, athletes outperformed beginners in the tasks of choice of response time to generic stimuli. Karate-specific perceptual abilities are a different kind of perceptual processing. By frequently exposing karateka to circumstances demanding immediate analysis, perceptive speed may be boosted. The karateka must assess who is making demands, and how to respond to them swiftly, as they prepare to take part in a fake encounter. Sparring with other sesame karateka is the finest practice for increasing perceptual quickness in karate. The discussion made the karateka aware of the attack's anticipated reaction time. By placing the karateka in danger, sparring also trains them to remain vigilant at all times. One of the secrets to perceptual speed is alertness. If the karateka is unaware that the problem even exists, they cannot assess it. Athletes with more experience have better perceptive abilities than those with less experience. In kumite, kesepatan reiksi can identify the opponent's fast assault tendencies. A trained athlete will find it extremely simple to discern the opponent's attacks from their posture and body parts, as well as their field, allowing them to accurately predict their assault and their next move. Perceptual abilities often result through exposure to motion and stimuli that are unique to karate. Karate is a competitive sport that calls for rapid reflexes due to the amount of space and time limits. Two competitors square off at a distance of 2 meters during sparring, kumite, and speed of reaction karate competitions, making aggressive attacks against one another. Karate athletes show off their incredible offensive, assault speed, and force. Attack and reaction time should be developed through fundamental sensory abilities and/or karate-specific perceptual skills. Rapid decisions and actions. A dynamic representation of the realistic stimuli is a reaction speed typically described in karate technique classifications in terms of karateka location. The karate athlete is performing an offensive action against his opponent, with the target position of the offensive action being the upper, jodan, or middle, chudan, level of the opponent, viewer. The most basic in the response speed selection task. The stimulus is the presentation of the top or bottom in the stimulus display. During the reaction speed phase, it is necessary to identify the position of the attack target or the location of the point presentation as quickly and precisely as possible. In a straightforward response time test, the reaction time reacts as quickly as feasible. When a point of attack or an opponent arrives, the stimulus changes from a static display. This enables us to determine if the karateka advantage simply occurs when the stimulus and task are realistic, based on the expert's superior foresight, or whether it also exists when the stimulus and/or task are simple. based on the karateka's high level of fundamental functions. To evaluate karate athletes' anticipation in paradigms other than reaction time tests. In karate, in addition to anticipation, response speed, comprehending motion, and attacking pattern methods, expert beginner distinctions also exist in perceptual abilities. In karate-specific circumstances, there are also disparities in decision-making. Novices may be less confident than experienced practitioners, and take longer to decide. In addition to karateka's anticipatory skills, reaction time might also offer potential decision-making advantages for karate practitioners. We employ the temporal occlusion approach to examine this possibility. This gives the reaction time an indefinite amount of time to determine as precisely as possible where the attack's target is located. This technique has been effectively used to detect anticipatory skills in karate, exhibiting increased accuracy of evaluation by the athletes. This is convincing proof that karate athletes are superior to novices in anticipatory abilities about the strike. Knowledge is a warrior's first step. The second is to subscribe to our YouTube channel /@karate_learning.